Hey everyone, good afternoon. Apologies for the unusual background. I'm actually here with Walsall's sister Trevella club in West Africa, Trevella FC Togo, and heading back to England very soon. We'll be in person for a very important game in a couple weeks' time against Grimsby. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. I want to give a brief update just in relation to the announcement that's come out today and the accompanying documents about our annual reports pertaining to the financial year that ended May 31st of 2024. Obviously, releasing these reports is a really important thing that we do on an annual basis to continue to promote transparency in football. And so just want to give a few comments on those. If you've read the story or the accompanying documents, you'll note that there was a revenue of £6.7 million, which was a decrease from the previous year, and a loss of just over £1.7 million, which did include a significant amount of depreciation and capital-related expenses tied to the acquisition of Bescott Stadium, as this was the first full year that the football club owned the ground, and then also capital expenses related to the refurbishment of the Saddlers Club into what we now know as the Locker. So just a few comments on that. To me, looking at those numbers, I see the reflection of a significant investment that Trevella has made into the football club in a number of areas. The first of those is football. So the season that we're referencing there, the 23-24 season, saw a significant increase to staffing positions in the areas of medical and analytics. So a larger football infrastructure that we had that year, and also equipping those personnel with the tools that they need to be successful in their roles. And then also a more robust player budget than we had in previous years as well. Second category investment I would say is infrastructure. So obviously the largest project that we took on that year was the renovation of the Saddlers Club into the Locker, and also operating it for a number of months prior to having any revenue, just to make sure we worked as many of the kinks out as we possibly could pre-opening. And then the last piece being what I'll just call organizational capacity. And so in that year, significant expansion to our strategic leadership team, and the creation of new roles such as new heads of marketing and retail ticketing roles that the football club didn't have before, but that I'm very confident will increase our operating capacity long term. So in those numbers, you're seeing a really significant investment that Trevella has made into the football club. You're also seeing a few circumstantial things that happen. So in that financial year, we saw lower than historical averages in what I'll call football fortune income, such as transfer fees, TV selections, cup prize money. Stuff that's generally harder to predict, but just lower than historical averages in those areas. And then the last bit, circumstantially, that went on in the same year, and frankly is still going on today, is just general economic headwinds in terms of just rapidly inflating costs that it's no secret are affecting businesses up and down the country, and Walsall Football Club is no exception. So really the combination of all those three things together, significant investment that Trevella's made in the football club, the decrease in football fortune income, and just broader economic pressures really is what you're seeing reflected in the numbers in those documents. So what I'll say is I'm very pleased with the investments that we've made and the fruit that they're bearing into the year that we're in right now. I'd make the same investments again, and what I'll say is I'm very optimistic about the future of the football club, both from a sporting standpoint and from its operational ability, just financially and operationally to operate with excellence. And so I think the football club is on a really strong foundation for future growth, both from a sporting standpoint and from an operational standpoint. And myself and my partners at Trevella are very confident and optimistic about the future of the football club, both in the short term and the long term. So final thing I want to say is just a huge thank you to our supporters, whose just unwavering support through some really good times and some really bad times over the last 2 years has been outstanding. And so thank you very much for allowing Trevella to be a part of this football club. We have a very important game on Saturday, so please come out in numbers and in loud voice. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Thank you.